the one thought that will change your life forever. Napoleon Hill's most powerful lesson. If you feel like you're constantly fighting an uphill battle, stuck in a loop of distraction, doubt, and disappointment, then listen closely. Because if you don't choose your dominant thought, the world will choose it for you. And most days, it chooses fear, noise, and self-doubt, doesn't it? You scroll endlessly, you argue pointlessly, you zone out when you should be leveling up. You feel the constant pull of external forces, dictating your mood, your focus, and your future. But what if there was a different way? What if you only needed one powerful thought to not just survive, but to truly thrive and build the dream life you've always envisioned? This isn't about wishful thinking or positive affirmations that don't stick. This is about a profound, life-altering principle that has rebuilt empires and ignited the spark in countless individuals who went on to achieve the impossible. So stick with me, because this one thought can rebuild you too, transforming you from a consumer of life into the conscious creator of your own wealthy reality. Section 1. The Power of One Thought. Napoleon Hill, the legendary author behind Think and Grow Rich, didn't just tell us to think positive. He went deeper. He said we must choose the one thought that will own our mind, then feed it, repeat it, and never let go. This isn't just a mental exercise. It's a profound declaration of intent. You don't need 100 vague dreams floating around in your head. You need one commanding purpose, one chief aim, one singular thought that acts as the North Star for your entire existence. Think of your dominant thought as the throne of your mind. It's the king or queen that rules your day, dictates your emotions, and ultimately shapes your destiny. Every decision you make, every action you take, every word you speak flows from whatever sits on that throne. If it's a thought of fear, scarcity, or inadequacy, then that's the kingdom you'll build. But if it's a thought of abundance, purpose, and unwavering success, then your life becomes a testament to that powerful conviction. Consider giants like Andrew Carnegie, who envisioned the entire steel industry before it truly existed. Or Thomas Edison, who chased the invention of practical electric light through thousands of failures, driven by a singular, unyielding vision. And Abraham Lincoln, who held the dominant thought of national unity during the darkest hours of civil war. They didn't just think about their goals. They lived one thought so intensely, so relentlessly, that the entire world eventually bent to its will. They became living embodiments of their chief aim, transforming not just their own lives, but the very fabric of society. So, take a moment to reflect. What's the one thought that truly deserves to sit on the throne of your mind? What single purpose is so compelling, so vital, that it should rule your every waking moment and shape your future? Section 2. Emotion is the fuel. Now here's where many people miss a crucial piece of the puzzle. Just having a thought isn't enough. You can repeat 1,000 affirmations, but if your heart isn't in it, if you don't feel it, it's just empty words echoing in an empty room. You must feel it. Feel your dominant thought so intensely that your entire body, your entire being, believes it's already true. Why? Because emotion is the silent language of the subconscious mind. Your subconscious doesn't just respond to logic or volume, it responds to vibration. It's the deep, primal part of you that takes your emotional signals and translates them into action, into reality. When you combine a clear, dominant thought with a powerful, burning emotion, you're not just thinking. You're sending a direct, undeniable instruction to the most powerful force within you. This is the difference between simply wanting something and truly becoming it. This is also why so many people talk about success, dream about success, even plan for success, but still live in a state of fear, anxiety, or limitation. Their conscious minds might be saying, "I want wealth," but their emotions are subtly, often unconsciously, loyal to their doubts, their past failures, or their perceived limitations. They might be emotionally attached to the story of why they can't succeed, rather than the feeling of already being successful. To truly manifest your dominant thought, you must emotionally tie your identity to your chief aim, not to your current circumstances or your old limitations. You have to embody the feeling of already being the person who has achieved that goal. One powerful, practical tip to infuse your dominant thought with emotion is to speak your aim aloud with intense emotional conviction. Do it morning, noon, and night. Say it as if it's already done. Feel the surge of confidence, the quiet power, the deep knowing that it is your reality. Let your voice carry the weight of your conviction, and let your body respond to that truth. This isn't just speaking, it's vibrating your truth into existence. So, ask yourself, what are you emotionally loyal to right now? Are your emotions truly aligned with your grandest dreams, or are they subtly whispering doubts and fears into your ear? Section 3. Guard the mental temple. Your mind isn't some free-for-all hotel where any old thought can check in and stay. It's a sacred temple, a sanctuary for your most powerful and creative thoughts. And just like a temple, it demands rigorous protection and daily purification. Not every thought that drifts into your awareness deserves an invitation to stay. In fact, you must become utterly intolerant of unserving thoughts. Think about it. Excuses, fears, envy, comparison, victimhood, self-doubt, these are not just fleeting thoughts. They are weeds. And just like a diligent farmer who doesn't allow weeds to choke out his precious crops, you cannot permit these destructive thoughts to take root next to your dominant aim. If you let them grow, they will steal the nourishment, the energy, and the focus that your chief aim desperately needs to flourish. They will dilute your power, derail your progress, and ultimately dismantle your potential. This isn't about being positive in a superficial way. It's about mental domination. It's about taking absolute command of your inner landscape. And this isn't a weekly chore. It's a daily vigilance. Every single day, you must actively identify and evict any thought that doesn't align with your dominant purpose. It might mean physically writing down a limiting belief and then drawing a huge X through it, replacing it with the powerful truth of your chief aim. It might mean catching yourself in a moment of self-criticism and immediately replacing that thought with an affirmation of your capability. This constant, conscious filtering is how you maintain the purity and power of your mental temple. So, what thought are you currently allowing in your temple that simply doesn't belong there? What weed are you tolerating that's choking out the growth of your most important dreams? It's time to become the fierce guardian of your mind. Section 4. Win the morning war, and repetition builds identity. Every single morning, before the world even begins to stir, there's a silent, invisible war for the throne of your mind. Will fear, anxiety, and the day's endless to-do lists sit there, dictating your mood and direction? Or will you, the conscious creator, rise and decisively install faith, focus, and your dominant aim as the ruling power? The very first thought you consciously choose to entertain in the morning sets the tone for your entire day. If you don't deliberately install your chief aim before the world installs its noise, then you're essentially handing over control of your mind, and by extension, your destiny. Think of John D. Rockefeller, one of history's wealthiest men. His morning ritual wasn't just about coffee, it was about command. He would declare, "I control my thoughts and my actions." This wasn't a suggestion, it was a decree. There is no neutral ground in this mental war. Either you actively command your mind and direct its focus, or it gets hijacked by the endless stream of distractions, worries, and external influences. This isn't just a good habit, it's a fundamental principle of mastery. Now let's talk about the final, most potent ingredient, repetition. You don't become who you think you are just once. You become what you repeatedly think, what you repeatedly feel, and what you repeatedly do. Repetition isn't just about drilling something into your head. It's the very mechanism through which your subconscious mind forms belief, and belief forms identity. Think of water dripping on a rock. One drop does nothing, but countless drops, repeated over time, will carve a deep groove, eventually shaping the rock itself. Your dominant thought, repeated with emotion, is like that water. It doesn't just change your thinking, it literally rewires your brain, transforms your deeply held beliefs, and ultimately reshapes your very identity. Repetition leads to rhythm, rhythm leads to identity, identity leads to action, and consistent action leads to results. Where repetition ends, drift begins. We often seek more motivation, more inspiration, more hacks, but often what we truly need is simply more repetition. More consistent, unwavering repetition of our dominant thought, spoken with fire, felt with passion, and guarded with vigilance. This isn't hype. It's how true, unshakable belief is forged in the deepest parts of your being. It's how you move from merely thinking about success to becoming success. Section 5, Conclusion. This isn't just about mindset in the fluffy, feel-good sense. This is about mental warfare. It's an ongoing battle for the control of your consciousness, and the only weapon powerful enough to win is the relentless emotional repetition of your dominant thought. The one thought you choose to hold with unwavering discipline, with unyielding focus, will literally rebuild your entire life from the ground up. Loyalty to your chief aim, expressed through daily repetition and fueled by profound emotion, creates an unstoppable momentum. And that momentum, my friend, creates miracles. Your life fundamentally changes the very moment your identity changes. And your identity changes when you consistently and emotionally embed your dominant thought into the deepest parts of your being. This is how builders rise. This is how leaders are forged. This is how individuals transform from average to extraordinary. So the choice is yours, right now. Choose your dominant thought. Define that one chief aim that will own your mind. Tie potent, burning emotion to it, feeling it as if it's already your reality. Install it daily, fiercely, especially during those crucial morning hours before the world intervenes. Reject with absolute intolerance every single thought that doesn't serve that powerful aim. And then repeat it. Repeat it until nothing in you doubts it. Repeat it until it becomes instinct. That, my friend, is how you stop drifting through life and start building the wealthy, purposeful reality you were born to create. What's your dominant thought? And are you truly ready to let it own you, to guide your every step towards the future you deserve? If this message stirred something deep within you, if you felt that powerful truth resonate in your core, then don't let it fade away. Take action right now. Write your chief aim, your dominant thought, in the comments below. Speak it aloud today. Declare it to yourself and to the universe. And if you want more powerful messages like this, insights that awaken the incredible potential within you, that guide you to financial freedom and help you master your mindset, then do yourself a favor. Like this video. Comment below, "My dominant thought is," and fill in the blank. Share this video with someone who needs to hear this powerful message today. And most importantly, subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so you never miss another step on your journey to becoming the creator of your extraordinary, wealthy reality. See you next time.